all my lovely cameos, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Violin, and whether you take your day of rest on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it's time for a weekend of fun and relaxation. We're going to pull some cards, maybe look at some messages, and whether they resonate with you or not, I hope you have a fun and wonderful time watching this video. Now, a little disclaimer before we start. This is really all for fun and tasty sounds. You don't have to take any of this too seriously. But if you resonate with any of the messages in this video, or you find any of this helpful, or even if all you get is just some really tasty sounds, then I'm happy to have worked a little bit of light in your life. And as you can probably guess, we're starting off with the Crystal Affirmations deck. I feel like it's been a little bit neglected lately. I am so happy to be doing this with you guys. I felt like I missed it last week and I'm a little bit out of the groove. So I'm really happy to be doing this because I think I also need this as much as maybe some of you do. And what I would like to do today is another pick a card. I had fun last time. It wouldn't be last week, it would be last time we did the weekend videos and we did a pick a card. And I really enjoyed it. So we're gonna do that today. And we're gonna be doing a bit of a shorter video because I know we've been doing pretty long weekend videos. So I'm actually gonna be doing a shorter one, and I'm only gonna be doing 2 decks today. It's been a really busy couple of weeks for me, and I couldn't film a video last week, and I'm really sad about that. But I managed to squeeze one in this week. Next week we'll also not have any Tingle Tuesday videos or weekend videos as well. It's gonna be pretty jam-packed, and I'm gonna be working at a convention actually. But if I do get any time to film, it'll be a nice little surprise for you guys. But yeah, so next week is going to be another pause, but then hopefully we'll be able to hit the ground running and get back to our usual schedule. Yeah, I really did miss it last week, but I think I really needed it because I was getting very overwhelmed that the weekend before, and my mom was like, why don't you just take like a little pause on something because you feel like you've got so much going on, so just like take a pause on the videos. So I took a pause on the videos. I feel like that was also very helpful with my own mental state as well. Sometimes you guys, you just gotta take a break. But yeah, so we're going to pick 3 cards. Oops. That is not 3. What are you doing in there? 3. Let me keep track of which one is which. And I also want to ask you guys how your weekend is going, how your weeks have been. I wasn't able to connect with you last week. So just let me know in the comments how you're feeling. The world is really crazy right now, and I feel like I've said that before, but I want this to be a safe space for you guys where you can just like chill and do some self-care and some healing outside of the shenanigans that are going on, and hopefully it'll help you like launch right back in. So we got our 3 cards. We've got card 1, card 2, and card 3. You picked card 1. You got garnet. And the affirmation for this one is I'm able to ground myself to feel emotionally safe and secure. So garnet is kind of like a lower vibe stone on the spectrum of crystal vibrations. And it's kind of like a more like a grounding stone, but it's also got like that element of passion and fire to it. But this is a card. This is an affirmation that you can use to help ground yourself and basically like come back into your body, pull it back in, pull your mind or your soul back into your body from where it is like up around, stuck in anxieties. So there's card number 1. And if you picked card number 2, you got clear quartz. And the affirmation for this one is I'm in perfect balance between my spiritual and emotional self. I'm healed, recharged, and renewed. So clear quartz, as I've said before in my videos, is like one of the master healer stones. It's an amplifier and enhancer that you can put together with any stone to try to like enhance those properties, those healing properties. And it's also kind of one that's meant for clarity as well. But yeah, so this affirmation will hopefully help you get some like balance, some healing, maybe some clarity as well. And then if you picked card 3, you got amethyst. I am an open channel to receive guidance from the universe. I am ready to fulfill my purpose. I find that kind of amusing that we pulled amethyst because I'm actually wearing my amethyst pendant and my amethyst bracelet today. So I guess we're really resonating with the amethyst. But this one is, amethyst is a higher vibe stone, kind of like clear quartz. It's a great beginner stone for crystal healers. And it's one that has to do with intuition and the moon as well. So this is an affirmation that you can use to help yourself open up to like what maybe God is saying to you and where he's directing you. So that is our first pick a card. And I'm going to do another pick a card from this guy. I feel like we're going through this relatively quickly. I want this to be like half an hour long, which was originally what I was shooting for when I started these. But yeah, no, I feel like I really needed this as well. I really missed this, you guys. I really missed like pulling the cards and maybe not necessarily trying to, well, I guess interpreting them kind of, but also like trying to just give what advice I could based on the cards. But yeah, I really miss this. It's been, last week was a busy, rough week in regards to work, as in long shifts, but I'm here now. I got through it, and hopefully this coming week will be very chill and fun. I hope. I am very excited for that convention. Okie dokie. I think I want to do another 3 cards. Yeah, we'll do 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. We'll do 2 pick a cards from the crystal affirmations, and then I've actually got the Healing Waters deck with me as well. So we're going to do 2 pick a cards from the crystal affirmations and 2 pick a cards from the Healing Waters. Where art thou? Middle. You. Oh. Okay. We've got our 3 cards. We've got card 1, card 2, and card 3. To take a good look at them. Sorry, I feel like I didn't give you guys a good long enough time to like look at the cards and kind of feel which ones you're kind of gravitating towards, but look at the cards. And you can also, I forgot to say this earlier, but you can also like pick 1 or 2 or all 3 cards depending on what you're feeling. Again, this is all for fun, so whatever you're feeling, whatever you're vibing with. So if you pick card 1, you got Rhodonite. And the affirmation for this one is, I trust the process. I am ready to move on to what the universe has in store for me. So Rhodonite, I've said before in my previous videos, is a stone that has to do with the heart, but it also has that element of grounding to it. This is a card that you can use. This is an affirmation you can use when you're in the middle of like whatever it is that you're going through and you're not really sure where you're going, where it's taking you. And this is just a card that you can use to give you some, like, maybe some reassurance that everything is going to go as it should, and even if it doesn't go the way that you think it will, there will still be good things in store for you. So that is card number 1. And then if you could pick card number 2, you got Aquamarine. And the affirmation is, I'm strong and fearless. I stand up for myself and honor my truth. So Aquamarine is a stone that is associated with serenity and communication. It's a higher vibe stone, kind of like amethyst. It's associated with your throat chakra, again, having to do with communication. And this is an affirmation that you can use if you're having trouble, like, speaking your truth, like speaking what it is that you are feeling or thinking. I think a lot of times nowadays it feels like people sometimes you want to say something, but you're like, oh, I can't say that because for whatever reason I'll be ostracized, or people will come at me or cancel me or whatever like that. And sometimes you just gotta say what it is that you have to say. Even if people don't necessarily want to hear it or they don't like it, sometimes you still just gotta say what you gotta say. So this is a card that is encouraging you, an affirmation that you can use to encourage you to stand up and speak your truth. That is card number 2. And then if you got card number 3, you got Vanadinite. The affirmation is, I turn every intention into action and accomplish my goals. So Vanadinite, if I recall correctly, is a little bit on the same sort of frequency as garnet. Maybe not frequency or wavelength, but it's in that lower vibe area, lower vibe end of the spectrum. And I don't recall if it's necessarily associated with passion either, but this one is kind of one that's associated with doing the thing, encouraging you to do the thing. So if you have something that you were trying to like manifest or bring into being, or you just have something that you're working on, and you have all of these thoughts and intentions about it, but you're not like seeing anything happen, maybe it's because you're not putting your thoughts into action. So this is a really good affirmation that you can use to remind yourself that thinking and planning is great, and also in order to make the thing happen, you need to start doing things in order to do the thing. I feel like I hope I'm making sense. But yeah, just sometimes we need to be reminded that we do in fact need to put in the work to accomplish what it is that we want to do. And that is card 3 for the Crystal Affirmations deck. Pick a card 2. And I hope I am not going too fast. Again, I am still learning about the ASMR aspect, and I definitely am an amateur, but I hope, again, that you guys get some really good tickles out of this. Alrighty. Healing the water stick time. Man, I really miss this. Really miss reading for you guys. I forgot how small these decks are in comparison to the Moonstruck decks. As in width-wise. And once again, I am reminded that I really want to go swimming this summer. I don't think it will happen before August ends, unfortunately. Again, really busy next week. But I really hope it does happen before fall starts, which is technically like September 20th, 21st. So I still have some summer, right? To go swimming? Yeah, no, I've just been really needing to get into the water, and I haven't had time or ability to do so. Maybe you should just go like to a pool or something, and then you all can keep like, yay, Vio, shut up. Yay, Vio, shut up about swimming. I do, at some point, want to go snorkeling, which I think would be really interesting. But like, maybe in the Bahamas or something like that. Go snorkeling in the Bahamas. I also want to go like one of those places where you can swim with the dolphins. I think that would be really cool. Okay. Card 1. Take this one. Card 2. Card 3. Set this aside. Kind of feels like greeting an old friend So you've got card 1, card 2, and card 3. Go on and take a nice good look. Whichever one is calling out to you, or you feel like you're being drawn to, whichever one you're vibing with. Alright, so if you picked card 1, you got the Healing Lagoon. Rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal. It's safe to stop. So this is a really great card that will come up when you need some TLC, some refreshing time. And I'm going to look it up. As I said before, I really like that each card that have similar meaning has nuance to it. So I'm just gonna look up the guidebook and see what it says. So this is a card that comes, it's supposed to come before you burn out. Like maybe you're beginning to, maybe not necessarily when you're beginning to approach burnout at state, but maybe when you're in the thick of that busyness, that hard work. And it's just a gentle reminder that sometimes you need to slow down and slow the pace down a bit. You're working hard, but you're not going to accomplish or continue accomplishing things or continue getting things done if you don't also take care of yourself. So that is what this card is calling you to do, is just find some time to like maybe take a vacation, take a day off if you can, carve some time out of your day for some you time, and just like sit and maybe meditate or do something that you know replenishes your energy or just something like that. But take some you time. Take some time to rejuvenate and refresh yourself, and then jump back into whatever it is that you're doing with all your energy and with maybe even more passion and creativity. So that is card 1. And then if you picked card 2, you got Selkie. Come out of hiding. Embrace who you truly are. So this is a card that might come up if you are like masking or hiding aspects of yourself, or maybe you're shaping yourself into a person that is not actually who you are, but it's one that pleases other people around you. And this card is just gently reminding you that you need to shed that skin, basically, that you've crafted for yourself. Maybe it is a form of protection, which that is totally understandable, wanting to protect yourself by hiding those aspects of yourself that you feel are less desirable. And this card is telling you that you can only truly, I think, be protected when you fully accept yourself for who you are and allow those traits to shine through. Let me look up Selkie. Yeah. Time to come out of hiding. Like, are there any ways that you're not fully showing up as yourself in like relationships or your work or your circles or anything like that? This card is gently nudging you to take off that outer shell and let yourself be seen and let your light shine as it truly is, as you truly are. So that is card 2. I'm really happy whenever we get a card that I feel like hasn't shown up before. I like it when we get cards that haven't shown up before in previous readings. It's also very amusing to me when cards that have shown up in previous readings come up, but I also like it when cards that haven't shown up before come up, because then it feels like we get more of we get to experience more of the decks. And this is card 3, so we picked card 3. You got beneath the surface. What's really driving you? True motives. Breaking free. Really connecting actually with card 2 in that breaking free or beneath the surface is about like digging deep underneath what it is that you have put on as kind of like a shield or like it's digging down underneath that shell of what you've put up, but it actually has to do with your motivations. Like, are you doing things because you truly want to do them, or are you doing things just because people say that you should be doing them? And I've recorded a short for Beneath the Surface. I don't recall if I posted it. I don't believe I did. Maybe I did. Question mark? Okay. Yes, this has to do with, are you doing things that are aligned with your, what you feel your purpose is, what your goals are? Are you doing things that you don't actually want to do, that are not serving you in trying to manifest your goals? This is the card that is gently nudging you to put those down, dig deep into what it is that you actually want to do, and then follow that instead. So that is card 3. And then we're going to do one more reading. I'm going to do one more pick a card. I don't know if any of you guys use like planners. This is a tangent of something that I recently got into. I don't know if any of you use like planners or bullet journaling or anything like that, but I recently got into I was feeling like I wanted to record different aspects of like my spiritual life, because I do actually journal. I make journal entries, not on a regular frequency, but I do frequently journal about my spiritual life and sometimes the cards that I pull for myself and you guys. And I was feeling like I wanted a more, maybe not necessarily structured, but maybe structured form of journaling, and that allowed me to like be, I guess, more aesthetic and also like have space to put like maybe my own personal readings in there. And then I thought it would be really cool to like put in like my monthly readings, and then also like our weekend video readings as well, and also like a Reiki session tracker, because I keep forgetting to do my Reiki sessions, or keep not having time to do my Reiki sessions. And I was like, I should get a planner. Well, the planners on the market are really cool, but either they're sold out or they didn't have quite what I was looking for. And also I can be inconsistent when it comes to planning or journaling or anything like that. So I needed something that was dateless, so that I didn't like, I could pick it back up anytime that I wanted. Unfortunately, the dateless planner that I really wanted was out. But I did find these adorable planner stickers. They're just the cutest things ever. And I'm really, really excited to create my own spiritual planner that has got everything that I want in it. And I'm actually thinking of doing some videos where we put together some spreads of this planner. So if you guys are interested, leave me a comment down below. I would really appreciate it. And we're going to pick our last pick a card of the night. There's one. I'm gonna pick the middle. There's this trail that's sticking out. There's 2 and 3. God, I miss these so much. 1, 2, 3. Take a good look. Which ones you're thinking of choosing. And again, you can pick 1 or 2 or all 3. Doesn't matter. Again, it's all mostly for fun. And if you do feel like they're helpful or gently nudging you in the right direction, again, I'm happy to put some light in your life. And if you picked card 1, you got She Who Flows, ease, being open to change, go with the flow of life. This is a card that might come up when you feel like your plans have changed, maybe not quite in the direction that you wanted them to go, or maybe something has come up and it's unavoidable and you can't really do anything about it, and it's caused you to have to rearrange some things maybe in your life or in your schedule. And this is a card that is just gently letting you know that that is okay. These things happen, usually for a reason. And if you go with the flow, if you let them happen and you work with and around them, you will find yourself becoming stronger and more enriched for it. Let me look up. Nope, too far. Here we go. She Who Flows. Unexpected obstacles. So if you're finding yourself like resisting or finding some unexpected obstacles in your life, what happened if you embrace them as part of your journey? I'm thinking of the hero's journey, and I remember doing this in school. There was like, you had to, in order to write like an adventure story, you had to basically follow like this 12-part plot style. There should be 12 parts to your plot in the various acts, and one of those, which was the 8th chapter, was the lesson which comes after chapter 7, obviously, which had to do with crashing and burning. And maybe this is not quite what you're thinking of, but part of the journey is coming up against those obstacles and finding ways to incorporate them into your journey, into your path, into whatever it is that you're accomplishing. So that is card number 1. And then if you picked, why are these upside down? Crud. I'm getting myself confused. I think this one is card number 2. Big talk, card number 2. Pretend I didn't just completely forget which one was which. You got the water carrier. What really matters, reflect, reprioritize. So this right now, we've not gotten this card in a reading before, and this is telling me right now, this was one about like finding what is in alignment, what isn't in alignment, and maybe like reprioritizing, again, as it says, I just saw it. Okay. Yes, okay. So this one is one that comes up when maybe you're wasting energy and time on, or resources on, things that are not necessarily helping you, either in your goals or in your health. And maybe you're like worrying over things and dedicating energy to things that are not helping you. And this is just a card that is gently nudging you and letting you know that these things do not need the energy that you are spending on them. They do not need the resources that you are spending on them. And you can better serve yourself and others by putting your energy and your resources to the things that you really care about, and that you want to accomplish, instead of worrying about this stuff that, understandably, you feel might, or not, maybe not necessarily your feeling, but they are issues. But instead of like worrying on maybe the cons or the negatives, switching your focus to the positives, and the things that you can do, instead of lingering on the things that you can't do. Yeah, what are you being called to focus on instead? So that is card 2. And then if you got card 3, you got follow the stream, dedication, trust, future rivers, and oceans. So this is another card that has to do with kind of going with the flow. But let's look up and see here what nuance. So this is a card of trust. Maybe you don't see the future outcome. Maybe you don't have quite the vision of what you're trying to accomplish, what it would look like when you accomplished it inside your head. But you're trying to work on something and achieve something. And this is just a card that is gently nudging you to trust in, maybe not necessarily a process, but the flow. To find your faith, to like take that leap of faith and step out and do something, even if you don't know whether that thing is necessarily the right thing. But at least it's something that is on that path to pursuing your goals. And it's a card of like trusting your path, trusting where you're being guided. Because sometimes we can't always predict how the stream will go. The rivers and oceans, rivers kind of have their own channels, but sometimes they alter those channels. And it's kind of a card of like keeping that faith. And even if you are feeling like you're walking blindly in the dark, you're still on solid rock. You're still walking on a solid path, no matter what. So this is just a card that is telling you to trust where you're being led. That is card number 3. And I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's video. At least it's nighttime when I'm filming. And again, I probably will not see you next week, but if I have the spoons to do it, maybe you'll get a surprise video or 2. But if not, I will be scheduling shorts, so I'm not leaving you guys to drift. But yeah, I hope you guys really liked tonight's session. I know I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Looks like we had some themes coming up. Yeah, feel free to leave a like or a comment, or if you want to subscribe to my channel for more of this. I will see you next time. Stay sparkling, cameos.